Hello. Sorry, I woke up very late today. I'm just trying to speed run all of the things I need to do before the stream starts. Only thing I've got left to do is eat a tiny little bit of my breakfast. Hello, Skullbot. Hello, Ein. How you both doing today? How you both doing? Are you ready for a Sisyphean nightmare? I will be dropping a lot of jumps, though, that's very true. Unfortunately. Unless this is some sort of youth slang I do not understand. Because it could be. Already at the dock? As in the hospital dock? Oh god, I can't eat this. It's too early to eat food quickly. It's too early to eat food at all. Fuck. That's all I got the strength for. I can't do more than that. I can't eat this early in the morning. It's too early. Continue. Let's suffer, shall we? Find your patience, your inner strength. Understand that it is okay. All will be fine on this day. It is merely a brief moment of miscomfort and horror. And then you get to go on to fun stuff like Power World and the last spell. Just a speck of horror in the void of life. Summon my patience. How far we fallen today? Probably all the way back to the start. If I had to guess. Nothing like some pain and misery to really wake you up and appreciate life in the morning. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, that. You're gonna keep me down? You probably are, because as soon as this hits the fucking 8-hour marker, I'm binning this shit and uninstalling it and... I don't know, fucking removing it from my Steam library, probably. Take it out of sweet, sweet innocent creatures. I don't know if I'd say half of the creatures in Power World are innocent, to be honest, Lutsky, but... Considering the descriptions of quite a few of them. I don't know if innocent is the word I would use, personally. They might very well keep me down, and I'm fine with that. I am A-okay. Do I just fucking send this? No, I don't. I think I do that, don't I? And then I send this. That was close. It's just misunderstood. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's one of them, like, consume souls or something. I don't know, that one's just misunderstood. I think that's perfectly understandable. There seems to be no way to do this without going out there, eh? Grand. I've not been awake long enough. I can't even drink. Sure. Oh yeah, what a surprise. Well, go the way back down to the bottom of the sewers, probably. No, 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 no. Mine, be gone. Forever and always. Maybe I'm not going back down to the start, God forbid. Well, there's still this up here, let's not get ahead of myself. Huh, look at that. I did it. Would you look at that? I did it. How much not joy that brings me. How are you, Mace? How are you doing? How goes your incredibly breach-filled morning? Oh, look, I've made it the furthest I've ever made it before. I feel nothing. I feel literally nothing at this. Bargainberg? Greetings. These boots are fit for a legendary hero. Crafted by a distinguished master. With these you'll get to that babe in no time. Since I like you, I'll cut you a deal. For only one measly gold, these are yours. What do you say, eh? You don't have 1 gold on you? I'm afraid the price point is the bare minimum. It appears there aren't many other customers around. You don't happen to have any rich friends. Oh, that's fun. Lovely. So every time you successfully do that horrible outside jump, you get to go up to a screen where you get to do a different jump, which can then send you back down to the horrible outside jump. Nice. Which can then send you down all the way back to the start of the sewers. Good stuff, eh? Good stuff, eh? Oh, there it is. Yep, just like that. In 2 quick, easy falls. Guess what? Everything erased. behind her. Strange winds. Pungent. Hey. Reminds you of a 21 Pilots song? I think literally everything's going to remind you of a 21 Pilots song at this point, mate. Because your brain is obsessed with them. There we go. There it is. Back here again. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, 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 fun. 15 minutes, deleted, what, 4 hours worth of progress, basically? These are the types of games that I would love to meet the devs of, just to be like, why? my honest, like genuine question to you is why? Good. Good. Can I ask you why? No, I want to ask the devs why they made this. Cool. Literally back at the start. How you doing? Really sour guy that passed by once. Apparently he had calculated a strategy to get the babe. He probably gave up too. I mean, took a break. You? No, I don't need to ask you why that reminds you of a 21 Pilots song base, because like 90% of the fucking music in the discography is pressing as shit. So, a song about losing progress? Pretty self-explanatory. And strategy to get to the babe? It was something foolish, like, don't fool by any chance? Not fool, yeah, there you go. Not very smart, if you ask me. Not really, no. Doing this in the first place isn't very smart. I can actively feel myself losing my intelligence the longer I play this game for. Which is bad, because I didn't have a lot to fucking go around. I once came up with a new strategy. Oh? Just don't fall. Uh-huh. That's why you're at the bottom, is it, old man? Heard it, doubted I would ask. Yeah. Correct to doubt. Correct doubting. Yay, I'm back here again. Yay. So glad that I have to keep retreading this old shit and relearning it instead of learning stuff that actually moves me anywhere. How does this go again? I need to just jump to the left. Thank you. Grand. In 3-hour segments, it would take 22 times of playing this game to reach 80 hours. 22 wasted stream segments. Oh, delightful. Oops. Not even betting on a win. What's the point? The whole game design is specifically designed around being, like, time wasting. I felt like 4 times in the span of 2 minutes and fell 4 entire screens. So arguably each fall took me past an entire, not even a screen, an entire zone. Each fall loses you an entire zone's worth of progress. Why would I even attempt to bet on winning? Problem is, it's really hard to do good at something when you just don't find it fun. It's hard to be good at a thing that you can't care about, you know? So after, like, 45 minutes of actively trying, what's going to happen is my brain's just going to turn off and I'm just going to start fucking sending jumps, and that's not going to go well. Because it doesn't feel like it has any purpose. Like, there's no reward, you know? I beat the game, so what? Like, I'm not gonna feel good about it. I got to a new screen today, I don't give a shit. And this is what, the first of 4 levels that I have to do? In order to be considered done with this? The easiest of the 4 levels as well? Like, sure, I might get 1 or 2, but just ain't happening. It's important to be realistic sometimes, you know? Def one of the games you play that you won't even consider buying. This would never be a game I would play unless made to by Iron in this instance. Satan, aka Ein. No comment. Yeah, too early. See, that's gonna happen where I just stop caring. I just start trying to send it to get up as quickly as possible. Already 24 minutes in as well. It's not even reached what I thought was an underestimate of 45 minutes. Well, at least I know the next year I can put in no Monster Hunter and no Sisyphean games. Lesson fucking learned. Good stuff, eh? Oh shit. Bodyan? That's not something I've heard before. What's that one? Slash rage games, yeah. Well, I said Bodyan? No. Like Bennett Foddy? Ah, I might have done it at some point, but yeah. Bennett Foddy is just the game that comes to mind when I think of these, because it's the first one I was exposed to, being a thing that existed. Although, honestly, that one seems preferable to this in terms of control. Because you can get up to all sorts of bullshit shenaniganry due to the, being able to build momentum in wonky ways. And being able to launch yourself into humongous shortcuts if you figure that shit out. Whereas this, you're kind of just stuck with your jump, right? You can't pull some momentum bullshit out of your back pocket. There'll be shortcuts for sure, but... Do you think? I mean, from an overall perspective, it might not be preferable. But at least from a controls perspective, it seems fucking nicer, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, I'd still rather never touch it. I would still rather never fucking go near it. Hey, look, I'm all the way back down here again. Woo, fun game design, woo. Don't really have enough cereal to have for lunch today. Should message the small one. Would be a good idea. Good morning, Gianni. How goes Texas Chainsaw? Back to suffering, yep. 2.5 hours more of this Sisyphean nightmare. And I will be free to not touch this for an entire extra week. Two and a half hours, Mace. 2.5. You haven't played it in 2 years, so you're clueless. Yep. Have they added like extra maps and stuff as well, and extra perks and characters and mechanics? Because that would really make it fucking over. Oh, whoops. Oh. No. What a disaster. More maps, characters, cool. Is there more, like, killers? Because there kind of can't be to a degree, right? Whee! Whee! They made some original characters exclusive to the game. Okay. But people got really bent out of shape about that without realizing that the game was literally doomed without it. Oh yay, look, I did it again. Woo, woo, yay, woo. Oh look, I'm back down here again. 2 jumps, 2 entire maps gone. Fun, 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 fun. Can't do that apparently. How's the player counts for Texas Chainsaw? Because I never really picked up the way that DBD did, because DBD is just too... I don't know, ingrained in the space now. Kind of got itself into a league state, right? It's not that high, but the queue times are better than DBD. Which should not be the case, but whatever. Honestly, playing DBD seems like fucking heaven right now. Isn't that sad? Isn't that a sad state to be in? Where playing Dead by Daylight seems nice. Hell, at this point, I'd almost take fucking League. Otter would love to hear that. Thankfully for me, Otter's not here. So I am safe. They only really seem to come when I'm torturing myself, yeah. Otter only appears in my stream when they are truly bored. Which is appropriate, I guess. Oh, I'm playing Alien. Yeah, that one is the torture. I meant outside of the torture areas that only appear when they are bored as fuck. Yeah, that don't work here, does it? Oh, fun. Oh, yay. I wonder if we'll reach a point with this where Ein has had his fun, and I'll be freed from my suffering. I'm not even suffering, I'm just in monotony. Maybe I should just dev D&D in my head while I play this. That'd be a good idea. But then that's going to make it very hard to try and talk about something at the same time. That will be a struggle. Oh, there's really much to say. I'm hungry. Is that something to say? It's true. Oh. How long does a match last in Texas Chainsaw, Gianni? I know obviously it depends on like killer victory, survivor victory, all that stuff, but an average match time. How long is like an average match time in TCM? Not including like insta wins and insta losses and stuff, you know. You didn't pay attention? No worries. I'm not even paying attention myself. I don't know why anyone else would be. Normal is maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, cool. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent playtime then. Can be faster, but can stall out very long, yeah. Yeah, same as DBD. You can have a nurse that insta-kills everyone. Or you can get into like a free gen situation and the match just goes on for the rest of fucking human history. You watch a streamer of it, and on the higher level, the games can take very long. Oh, nice that it has like a scene to it to that degree, at least, where there can be like a higher level of play. I suppose that's kind of the only people who are really left playing anymore, other than the occasional casual person who jumps in. The best strat is to patrol objectives as the killers, yeah. It gets to the fun gets optimized out to a degree point. Yeah, sadly. An unfortunate circumstance of everything that is competitive multi, right? Everyone just tries to find the best strat. It's just a natural way in which that flows. I wish this game only took one hand to play. And I could just have like a drink of my food I didn't eat earlier. We play a phone game at the same time, oh my god. I can two for it. 2 games at once. Double dipping. Oh my, how lewd. There is very few things that will make me softer than Jump King, Mace. That's not going to be what's happening. Plug in a second mouse, play OSRS. Yo, I don't even need a second mouse. Great point. This game doesn't use the mouse. Hand jump king right hand OSRS. I don't think I'd even want the, like, associated taint of this, like, having the potential chance whenever I play OSRS to be reminded of this game. What the fuck do you mean by Chinese Bible? The genre of meme some time ago. Okay. It's just weird. Feels inappropriate as well. Inappropriate how? I don't know, it just feels it. I'm odd. I stream for a living, mate. Of course I'm fucking odd. I stream for a living and I don't make enough money to stream for a living. I'm the weirdest fucking person here. I'm so bored. Are these still warm? Oh. You still warm? No. No, you're not. It does make sense. It has been 45 minutes. This is where you put on Spotify and disassociate for however long you need. That's the thing, I don't listen to music, really. At least the type of music that people would listen to when they wanted to do that, I just don't listen to it. Because that typically is lyrical music, and I swear to God, all music with lyrics is either non-fucking sensical or depressing as shit. Or in a language I can't understand, at which point it's actually acceptable. I don't want anything that I enjoy listening to associated with this piece of shit game. You can name songs that fall outside that spectrum, can you though? I have no way to verify whether this is true or not, because I don't listen to music, so I don't know what the songs are. Happy by Pharrell Williams. Happy? Oh god, it really just puts them all here, eh? You hate that song? I'm already there, base. It ran on radio 24/7. Oh, it's like fucking Skyfall. Maybe I'm the problem. Because even that, I'm like, kind of fucked up that you could just give him bad news and he doesn't feel down at all. It's a bit dystopian. Radio channels love to blast the same song the whole time, yeah. That was honestly one of the nicest things to me about having a motorcycle. Is that it was just blissfully silent going to work. Just the sound of the wind and whatever the fuck is going on around me at the moment. If it's loud enough, like cars and stuff, you know. It's just quiet. Am I gonna get a motorcycle in Sweden? With what money? That's my answer to that. Motorcycle march. I mean, I need to like, it's more than just a one-time cost, mate. Gotta pay insurance every single year. Do we have a car? The small one has a car. Not totally stranded. I mean, even if we didn't, we wouldn't be because public transport exists. This isn't fucking America. Public transport may as well not be stranded? No. No, it's not. This is not America. Public transport is existing in Europe. And it's fine. You're not stranded. Do you actually have to hit that jump, eh? Fun. Would be nice to have, though. Bike again? Just to be able to go around places. Mayhaps one day. I wouldn't count on it, to be honest. I'm okay with that. I've accepted my place in life. I'm happy. Do bikes have gear shifts? Yes. It is up and down with your left foot on the pedal. You hold the clutch in, which is your left hand, and then you tick up or tick down with your left foot on the pedal. And your right foot is your rear brake. And your right hand is your front brake. You have to be very careful with your front brake. Because it's very powerful. And if you pull it too hard, you're going. You find it funny that I drove a bike? Yeah. I don't know if there's really like a sort, but I don't really feel like I'm the sort, you know? Lower speed with the back so you can safely hard stop with the front. You just pull the front gently. You shouldn't really use your back brake all that much, to be honest. Unless you're quite low speed. Because it's just not going to achieve anything. A cocky or potentially cool or tough guy? Exactly, right? Just don't fit any of the... any of the expected genre of peoples. I'm cool to you. Thanks, face. I appreciate you and your questionable taste. Like, my taste isn't questionable? My taste is impeccable. I don't know what you mean. Sure. Tastes so good I wouldn't be playing this if I wasn't forced to. You want to know something truly damning right now? Truly just unbelievably damning. I would rather play Alien. That game might be fucking horrible for me, but at least I am engaged. It actually happens? Exactly. Exactly. Yay. Alien doesn't do that either. It might be mean and horror, but it's fair to a degree. And it gives you a lot of save points. It's scary, not Sisyphean, yeah. Speaking of Sisyphean, when was Hades 2? Again? That was September, right? September 25th, right? Hey, Daedric Prince. How you doing? How you doing? Doing good aside from a little sleep. Glad to hear it. Hopefully you get some better sleep going tonight. Checking the schedule, notice the next 4 days ago it says super stream instead of 12-hour stream. Is it? They're all just 12 hours. They are all just 12 hours. I will never do a 24-hour stream. Because it's just like actively dangerous to health. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just me being inconsistent in the way that I've listed things, don't worry. Just inconsistency, where I've typed different things at different points in time. "12 hours my capacity, less I kill myself." Yeah, and even then I'm pushing it. As it is. 12 is already a lot. 12 is a lot. It's 50% longer than the average workday. Is tomorrow Enderall? Tomorrow and Friday are Enderall, right? Wonder if I'll finish it. Or the weekend drops around. That could be fun. That could be fun. Twould be nice. Twould be nice. Oh yeah, this is reverse bounces. What would even be next on the schedule for this spot? Just out of pure interest. Early weekday. These are already all consumed. The alien would be. Early slot any day. Shit. Shit. Longest you played a game was 30 hours without sleep, but you needed to recover multiple days. You started to feel dizzy at a point. Oh god. Yeah, that's scary. It's PoE. You played together with multiple people instead of solo like normal. Oh my god. Does seem like average PoE player though, if I gotta be honest. People really love that game. People are obsessed with that game. in a way that I am semi-jealous of, and also very happy that it's not me at the same time. It's been an hour and 10 minutes, so I already don't want to do this anymore. Oof. Big clicks. Big neck clicks. I should mark that as started as well on my sheet. Not me just doing admin instead of playing the game. Admin work is preferable. You've played since 2013. How do you feel about the second one? Or have you not played it yet? You don't know your total playtime? A lot. Is the answer to that one, probably. Based on other long-time PoE players that we've had in the chat. There's a lot of people playing PoE or on Twitch. On non-PoE things. It's interesting. You used to play on the standalone client, switch to Steam at some point. In Steam, you have 5,000 hours. And assuming you played on the standalone client first, you would probably have more hours on there. Because that's where you were originally playing. That tends to be how that works. Doesn't track it, yeah. Probably good in a way. Yep, here we are. Trying to think of what like the longest I've ever played something for is, and I just probably Iceborne. I played it for like I don't know, 15 hours or so. Then because I wanted to enjoy it and I was starting to feel tired, I took a nap for 3 hours. And then went back to playing. Because I thought that would be more effective enjoyment. Instead of me being tired out of my fucking mind. You know? You like PoE 2, it has a lot of issues. It'll take a long time until it's able to compete with PoE 1. Fair enough. It's hard to come up with like new and reinvent mechanics, do it right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very hard to compete with your own game, which is in the same vein, but has existed for over 10 years. That's a tough competition. Great for them though, because their competition isn't themselves. One of those games that I don't know what to do about, Path of Exile. It does interest me to a degree, but I remember I have played it before and I kind of fell off it because I wasn't really having a lot of fun. But it's been a long time since then, a lot of time has passed. I'm not really the same person anymore. But the horror stories of its community make me stay the fuck away. Don't need to do that. Just got stuck in the pattern. That was quite a good little train without falling at all there for a little bit. Pulled myself up quite a few screens. Look at that. It's really complicated, and since so many mechanics have been added, it makes it harder to get into it. You have to relearn some stuff, even if you skip a patch or two. Yeah. 500 hours of playtime is a lot of investment just to, like, understand, right? How to even play the game. That's a hard thing to, like, convince someone to do. I feel like PoE kind of suffers a bit from, like, that scale in a way, though, where, like, people who've played it for so long, and because the game has been around so long, the point of the game has become the end game. Everything else is just like, oh yeah, that's also there. Because I feel like I see a lot of people talk about it that way, where it's like it's one of those games that takes hundreds of hours to actually begin playing, but like you're playing the game the whole time, you know? Like, oh yeah, you're just setting up your character though, and it's like, well, no, not really. Honestly, probably not the type of game for me, since I'm someone who likes to play stuff of my own volition, rather than like looking up and doing all this like hardcore research and learning and stuff. Not to mention the skill tree does make me want to vomit. But you haven't recommended it for new players in the last few years, fair. PoE 2 is much better for new people, except there's a cost of entry to PoE 2, right? That's the bummer. The skill trees are easier than people think. I'm sure it's not that difficult. The problem is it does visually look disgusting. Like, it is truly upsetting to look at. I know that it functionally just becomes like up is power, right is range, and left is magic or something, but not quite as simple as that, but you get me gist. It does just look not nice. Unless you are a optimizer, and then it is enough to probably instantly make you a little bit moist. Well, she gets removed, yeah, I know. It's just, it's not like that's anytime soon, right? And by that point, if they're trying to make something that's comparable to PoE 1 in terms of, like, something, at least, let's say they even go in with, like, a quarter of the stuff that's in the endgame, then it's already going to be overwhelming by that point, you know? The same issue has arisen, to at least a certain degree. Which is a bummer. It will have better tutorials and explanations, probably, but... Guess take another year, yeah. Seems to track about with what other people have said as well. I do find it really funny that I think it had a free weekend recently, right? I just love the idea of a game that is eventually going to be just free all the time, having a free weekend. It just seems so wonky. Even though it makes perfect sense, because it's like, it's pay to play at the moment. Just very funny from a long-term perspective. To me. I definitely have to give that a try, though. I doubt I'll stick with it for long. I need to invest money into if players play it longer. Get points for a microtransaction shop alongside the entry key. The key is a bonus. It's free if you plan on playing the campaign, maybe a bit of the end game, but not for multiple weeks because you have a limited space. If you plan on playing longer, you want to invest 50 to buy some stash tabs. That's a rough barrier of entry. Considering you're essentially getting into the point that people would actually say that you're playing the game at that point rather than just not. Oh, that dampens my any vague desire to play the second one, to be honest. Kind of killed it. If that's going to be what happens. Look, I'm back in the forest again. They do have to make money, I suppose, but it sucks. Souks. Oh shit. Okay, no, I did it right, thankfully. Okay, 70 to 90 for games you play for 20 hours, investing 50 for hundreds of hours isn't that bad? Yeah. From like a perspective of if you were paying for it up front, like it's fine, right? It's just kind of like upsetting from a perspective of, well, it's a free-to-play game, but I'm functionally forced to now pay money if I want to play any further. Unless I want to play, like, box microtransaction the game. Well, not microtransaction, but micromanagement the game. Like I said, it's understandable they're free-to-play, they gotta make money somehow, right? And you've still had an entire, like, campaign's worth of game up until that point, so... just a bit rough to get that far in and then be told, like, hey, you basically need to pay like 50 quid to be able to keep playing now. But such is the way of free to play. Such is the way of free to play. It's free to play, but it sure as shit isn't free to run the servers. Or develop new shit. Is Ein here at the moment? Are you here, Ein? I have a question for you. Just out of pure theoretical interest, you know? I just realised I messed up the thing on the sheet. These should be orange. Because blue means that it's good. Orange means that it needs more stuff. There we go. Trick yourself into thinking you have multiple thousand hours, so compared to your playtime, you haven't spent more per minute than you do for other games. I used to look at a per minute basis of things when I was younger, but the way I look at it now when I'm a bit older is it's more about like an enjoyment spectrum, right? If the spending of like cosmetics or whatever kept you playing the game for longer, and that caused you to have like memorable moments or just fun times, then it was worth it. As long as it wasn't like unreasonable, obviously. Obviously. If it doesn't border on constitutors, you have a problem. Like it does with people for gacha games. Hello, Sage. Hello, Eugene. Yeah, honestly, Eugene, I wish I could do the fucking same, buddy. Bring me with you. Take me with you, Eugene. Come back. Free me. How you doing, Sage? How's it going? How's it going? I like the little hornet mask. It's cute. Doing good? You're redecorating your room and your wallet is crying. Oh, yeah, that's an expensive process. That is an expensive process. Kind of zoned out. I'm not really playing anymore. In a month's time, you're gonna get your ass beat by gacha? Why is that? Two characters that you want in two different games. Ouchies. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. Hopefully you get lucky. In one, at least. Okay, now you're fucked. Rest in peace. Remember to keep yourself safe. Don't impact your quality of life and all that stuff. Wait, hold on, that's not what that means. You can in fact send support of PoE emails, ask them to ban your account from being able to purchase cosmetics, which is great. That's really good, yeah. That's really good that they can do that. Honestly, fucking props to them. That's a wonderful thing for them to do to people. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. I wish more things did that. Would be good. Something like a gacha to do as well. To implement something similar, where you can opt in to never being able to spend past your first, like, pity. That you don't end up putting yourself into a fucking hole. Because those games definitely forge gambling problems. Which is a shame. Christmas Day is less than 100 days away, which means Mariah Carey is defrosting. If everything goes right this year, I will literally never have to hear that song. Which will be fucking marvelous. You love gambling. Please, please seek help if you are being unironic. This is actually a problem. Teach me your wisdom, oh wise sage. We don't listen to the radio in the car whenever we go out in the car. And about 50% of the time when we go into the supermarket, it doesn't even have any music playing. And then I don't go anywhere other than that, so... I'm not like I'm gonna fucking play it to myself, am I? I may just never hear it. which would be fucking wonderful. How much for you to play it on stream just once? €20,000. And I can justify getting myself a PlayStation 4. PlayStation 5, sorry. And playing Bloodborne. You don't celebrate Christmas, but you live in the UK, so it's weird. Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas either. I need 40 times the cost of a PS5 to justify it. Yeah, because then it means I'm financially safe and secure, and I'm actually like putting money forward to the household rather than my partner taking care of it, and I've got like a bank to be able to back up on, and there's a nest egg in case something goes horribly wrong, and I haven't wasted all the money on a PlayStation 4 instead of being a responsible adult. PlayStation 5, sorry, instead of being a responsible adult. But really, my money should be being saved for the fact that I basically make no income 10 of the 12 months a year. And even on the 2 months where I do make an income, I make less than the average person would monthly anyway. You know? Oh, I would rather be irresponsible, but I'm not in a position where I can afford to do that, mate. Be irresponsible too many times when there's like a house that you have to pay rent on, and suddenly you don't have a house anymore. Can't play any fucking games at that point, because you can't afford the electricity for your phone. You don't have a tower because you had to sell it. You hear people playing Christmas music, picking stuff up before even Halloween. Oh, 100%. In England, it's the fucking worst. Or the UK in general, maybe, but at the very least in England. The Christmas stuff goes up before Halloween. The fuck does a tower have to do to this? That's the PC. Your personal computer that is not a laptop is called a tower. It's less bad there because you have racist Christmas between Halloween and Christmas, yeah. The fact that you have racist Christmas is kind of questionable in of itself. Don't call it racist Christmas. It is racist Christmas. I'll call it what it fucking is. I'm working on it, okay? It's kind of too late, Mace. Christmas is always stressful for you since it means visiting parents, grandparents, the majority of family comes together. Yeah, right. I have told my family that I just don't do it anymore. Actually called a battle station? What? Huh? I won't let you slander my boy Santa Claus. It's not slander if it's true. gave me my Wii. No, your parents gave you your Wii. Yeah, I don't like Christmas. And it's so dumb as well because, like, I'm not even fucking Christian. World kind of forgot that bit. The whole point is that you're celebrating the rebirth of Christ. That died for our sins, dude. You know that guy? Actually, it was your grandma. What is your grandma but your parents' parent? So your parents, functionally. Your parents gave it to you in a roundabout way, because if your parents didn't have you, your grandma wouldn't have been able to give it to you. So your parents gave it to you, really. You know? This game doesn't look fun. It's not fun. It's a monotonous shithole. And the person who's redeemed it, as far as I'm aware, isn't even fucking watching it. So I don't really know what I'm doing here. I have the patience for it, it's just like boring, is the thing. I'm just bored. And it's like good to be bored every now and then, but maybe not in a time where you're actively meant to be doing something that is entertaining, you know? Probably never intended to watch it, probably. Sounds like Ein. He would never know if you swapped off. Probably not. I'd just be like, oh yeah, I completed it. Yeah, just clicked and I got them all, you know? The VOD corrupted. You know, I need to look at this actually. It occurs to me that from a theoretical perspective, I might actually have been able to reject this run. Because going for all of them would probably count as completionist. And the median completionist is 80 hours. That's what it says. 80 hours and 47 minutes. The average time for a completionist run. Play a video of someone beating it. Bit loud that I've taken his money. Well, that's the thing, mate. So the way that Ein did it, he never donated for it. He just did all the gifties and then after the fact went, oh hey, can you do this? Which is why I had to keep fucking calculating money off of the timer. You watched the speedrun of this? Yeah, they complete it in like 10 minutes, I'm aware. Actually, no, I think they do it in like 6. The shortcuts? Oh, I'm sure there is if you know like exactly what you're doing, but like it's completely infeasible to do them if you can't even do jumps properly. There's shortcuts if you can like pixel perfect hold your jump every single time, sure. Hidden wall type shit? Oh, fun. Hello, Rotes. How are you? There is no kings here. Only depressed men. Well, males. I feel like there hasn't been one of these rage-inducing clip farm games in a while. No, it moved on to games like, like Repo and Lethal Company, that sort of vein, rather than like rage ones. Friend slop, yeah, basically, probably a good way to fit it. Among Us. Your mum can be glad she's your mum. What? Next week is the Wilds update. Oh yeah, that game exists. I forgot about that. F Wilds, no, do not pay it your respects. It doesn't deserve your fucking respects. You have to earn respect, not be just given it for free. Fuck Wilds, that's what you meant? Oh, okay. Fair. Friend slop. Getting over it, Jump King Pogo stuck. Oh, I've never heard that one. And they sort of just disappeared. I think the trends just moved on in terms of like Twitch, right? You're a friend slop hater. I've never played one of them, to be honest, and I don't really watch streams, so I'm aware of those things' existence, but that's where my knowledge ends. Like, I still don't even really understand what the point of Lethal Company is. I think to make money, but fuck it though. How was the isolation gaming? Preferable to this. You only played Among Us? I only played Among Us once. A singular time. And I'm pretty sure I, like, died because of... pre-existing group cohesion that I was not part of, so... like, what chance did I stand? They'll come up with something brand new that's also irrelevant to add to keep the, gotta keep those retention numbers high. Now that the majority of the player base has quit playing the game. I thought you're grinding souls, something so much more enjoyable instead. Do you play any MMOs, Road? Outside of Frontier, obviously. Played some back when you were young? Interesting. I'm surprised you don't. You phoned me when you first sent your message? Can you just wake up and you're already on your way to her? Okay. Do you yearn for more farming? I can't believe we're only on title update 3. Feels like that game's been out for fucking ever, to be honest. We're only on title update 3? Insane. Really milking that fucking cycle for as long as they can, eh? You can't wait for Inazuma to get delayed again. I hope it doesn't, for your sake. But delayed for 3 months because they needed to add English dub at launch. I don't know why that couldn't have been a free update. Yeah. Music? Like, no music for you. Back down here again now. Well, technically this area does have music as well, but that's not the point. Stay down there, cook yourself a nice meal. It would be preferable, yeah. Am I having fun? No. I have not been having fun for... approximately 4.7 hours of the 5.7 hours that I've been playing the game for. I'm not even upset either as saying, like, I'm just bored. Which is so much worse. Like, I can't be annoyed at it because it's clearly just meant to be designed to be frustrating, which means it's not irritating that it's just shit the whole time. This abandoned town, which is clearly abandoned and no one lives in. It's henceforth irrevocably, eternally, foreverly, not a thing, uncancelably and undeniably claimed by right of previous owners' blatant abandonment as the sole property of merchant that. Shall be known as Bargenberg. I do not care anymore. And how could I bring myself to care? You know? When the game does that. It's hard to get angry when you know that's the intended result, I find. Because it just feels pointless instead. I just got lore? Oh yay, great. If it's abandoned, who's ringing the church bells? Those things are heavy, they don't just ring themselves. Yep. 1,000 foot up, 90% of the floor's missing, yeah. "50 minutes, and I don't have to play this for an entire another week." Nearly there. Nearly there. least I got to a new like rap today, I guess. Never made it up there before. That's something. For what it's worth. Which is nothing, but... This one. Little Bargainberg. I'd never made it up here before. That's nice, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't work. Ugh. Oh god. Ugh. Pardon me. Think you were here before. Why are you going back there all the time? Great question. I have no idea. Why am I doing this? I honestly, to every shred and fiber of my being, wished I could answer the question of why I am doing this. Because I don't understand. I don't even understand why Ein wants me to play this. To be honest. Because I'm not gonna rage either. What do you think about the recent patent that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company acquired? It was the one that was about the, like, balls thing, right? I don't know. He isn't even here. He isn't even here! Players can summon a SAMP character, a Pokemon, a pet, a ally, which will then fight when told to do so if it appears near an enemy. The sub-character automatically moves to find an enemy. Battles can run on autopilot after the sub-character has been sent in a direction. And then another one, which means you cannot mount and ride objects over a terrain other than ground. That's incredibly broad. That feels like that would be not legally permissible if actually taken to court, to be honest. Laws have to be, like, specific, so do patents. And that is so undescribably vaguely broad that it's just ridiculous. Literally summon an ally. Uh-huh. They're pointless, is what they are. That means nothing. They're gonna release Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for $70 each on the Switch 2. Like, why? To make money. It's Nintendo, right? That's scum. What? And as long as everyone keeps blindly buying all their consoles and games, they're just gonna keep being scum. So it's never gonna stop. When can we play Mario Party 4 to 7? I think you already can on the virtual console, can't you? A lot of people are going to use this on Digimon or Persona, but I don't think they'd ever try to use them on those games, even if they technically would. It's clearly a way to fuck over Power World even more, yeah. Even though their main issue with Power World is clearly the very obvious ripped of designs from Pokemon, considering the games play nothing alike, yes. I mean, the designs, honestly, like, Power World just brought it upon them fuck themselves. Unfortunately, it's just the truth of the matter, right? But just stop Nintendo. Stop buying shit from Nintendo. They clearly want to kill games creativity. But people will never stop buying shit from Nintendo. So, congratulations. You're supporting a company that is going to eventually stranglehold and kill everything that's fun. Because if they get away from this, you know it's just the start. Before they'll be like, character that can jump on enemies and kill them. Can't have any competitors to Mario now, can we? Oh no, the face-eating monkeys are coming for me now, or whatever it is, you know? Any reasonable court would not hold those patents as legally admissible. They're so unbelievably vague and broad. Like, if they'd patented Pokeballs specifically, it would have been fine, right? But literally just straight up summoning allies is the most vague shit ever. Like, that technically can apply to Monster Hunter. When I use my Palico to summon the cats that appear from the side and then pin the monster down for a while in Monster Hunter World, I'm summoning allies that then perform an autonomous action. It's just so non-specific. I like the Nintendo ninjas hear this. Do you not think Nintendo's lore team has already got, like, the fucking plans for how to pattern out every single one of their games for the next 50 years already lined up and fucking in the cooker to deploy at a appropriately optimal times to stifle competition. Don't be silly. Even though the pattern mode post-release has no hold on it, yeah, exactly. They're just trying to kill anything that comes after. But this is Nintendo. This has been Nintendo for a long time. Like, it's no surprise that they've gone out of their way to kill all of the emulators around about the time that they started making emulators available on the Nintendo Switch. Like, do you think that's just coincidence? Like, they had some justification for the Switch emulator with Tears of the Kingdom and whatnot. But there's no reason why they had to kill the DS one while they were at it, right? And then they go after Dolphin. Not just to knock it off Steam, but try and kill it completely. Hey, guess what? You can emulate GameCube games on the Switch Online now. Weird. Dolphin could do that. They just want to make money. They don't care about games. You didn't even know they'd gone for anything past the Switch emulators? Yep. Switch emulator, DS emulator, Wii emulator. I'm sure there's others that I haven't heard of. They will do literally anything to make themselves money. If they think it even has the vaguest, like, whiff of, like, someone farts and it changes the timeline that causes them to make less money, they will try and shoot it in the fucking face as hard as they can. There's no understanding any of their machinations because they'll do the most side-eyed shit that will bring some benefit. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to understand it is the thing though, right? Just stop supporting them. Because they're fuckwits. Who are actively going out of their way to kill not only games preservation, but games in the future to make themselves more money. You're not gonna not buy Xenoblade? Well, I hope you don't want a sequel to ever be made to Xenoblade X because you summon a fucking mech in, which comes out of nowhere, so... not allowed. Nintendo said no. Isn't whoever is in charge of Nintendo now someone who's always been in charge of corporate work? Don't know. Don't pay any attention to that shit. Nintendo would not succeed there. They've got enough money that they can succeed at whatever the fuck they want, Mace. Because that's how money works. You don't think they would go after anything that's owned by big companies like Bandai? Because Nintendo has Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Needs those collabs with big companies. They just buy them instead. Isn't Bandai fucking, like, partially owned by them anyway? Yeah, Bandai is, like, it's only 2%, but 2% owned by Nintendo anyway. They've got pennies in that pocket regardless. So they won't fuck with them, because that would affect their own money. That's not the point though, right? Anyway, like, it doesn't matter that Nintendo can't go over after Bandai. What it means is that Nintendo can go after every single indie developer ever. So the only people who are ever gonna make games are Nintendo, Bandai Namco, Sony, Microsoft, and that's it, you're done. Enjoy. They're your 4 gaming companies. All of them suck. Unless it is a completely unique game with completely unheard of mechanics. In the newer Pokemon games, are the Pokemon even autonomous anyway? They might be in, I've not played any of them. In Legends Arceus? Are they autonomous in that? Define autonomous? The word autonomous. It's the definition of autonomous. They are in Scarlet and Violet, okay. What's even the point then? What's the point to a Pokemon game where you don't control what the Pokemon does, it just does what it wants? It's not even a Pokemon game anymore. That's the only mechanic in Pokemon, is that you decide what the Pokemon does. That's the entire premise. I gotta get that smoking hot babe at the top. I hope there's a smoking hot gum at the top so I can fucking kill myself, quite frankly. Hello, Phoenix. How are you? It's a quick battle feature. Its use is really minimal. Trying to copyright a mechanic that no one even uses in their games unless they're speedrunners. Solid company. What's even the point of playing a Pokemon game where the Pokemon auto battle? That's what Pokemon is. It's like playing this, but the game does the jumps for me. Like, it's just irrelevant. Enjoying a game called Catalyst League. OSRS done it first, but first time for RuneScape 3. What? Oh, it's just it's a game mode for RuneScape again. Right. You see progress? Do you though? Do you? Progress doesn't exist in this game. You see a new screen that I'll be on for about 20 seconds before I fall down to all the way back down to the bottom again for the 50th fucking time. Progress into mental decline. See the smoking hot babe? We got to see all fucking 4 of them. There you go. There's your progress. This game pisses you off from just watching. You'll never play this shit. I'm just bored, man. I genuinely think that this might be one of the most boring games I've played in my life. All the getting over it games are not for you. Not for me. Because I just don't think there's a point to them. When something is designed to be unfair, there's no euphoria in beating it, in my opinion. You don't like them, but the rage slop was better than the friend slop. I don't know, I think the friend slot might be better, to be honest, because at least people get to enjoy time with their mates. This is just solo suffering. There's a purpose to that, if only the purpose is to spend time with your friends, you know? What is it in competition with this being one of the most boring games I've played? I don't think there's anything that comes close, to be honest, because usually if I stop having fun with something, I just stop playing it. That's why I can't really name any of the boring games, because I'm like, this wasn't very fun, and then I just stop, you know? That's why I play something that isn't enjoyable. Any visual novel? Visual novels have story to them, which you can enjoy, right? I think it's a bad rhetoric to push that even from a joking perspective, that the only value in a game is, like, if you're actually playing. Something that's mechanically enjoyable. Because there is a certain degree of enjoyment in finding a story at your own speed as well, in your own pace. Because, like, to a degree, if you play on an easier difficulty, Witcher 3 is basically just a big visual novel with some button mashing, right? That's the only value? That's just sad. It's the smoking hot babe match doesn't exist anyway, so... Or it is very literal. It's smoking hot. On fire. All the games, you're here for the gameplay. But the gameplay is the story, Sage, so that doesn't work. The mechanics aren't called the game, they're called the mechanics. The gameplay is part of the story. The mechanics are how you interact with the game. The game is a collaborative whole of its story, its mechanics, its visuals, its art, its... whatever. Disagree and withhold my right to explain why. Best ending to this story is after you rescue her would be her saying I have a boyfriend. The best ending to this story would be Ein saying, actually, nah, this is boring, you don't have to play it, and then me never playing it ever again. Can't be done, I'm afraid. This is peak content. Actually, it's, if anything, not the peak, because I keep falling to the bottom. That's the problem, Skull, but I can't get to the peak, so it's not peak content, is it? It's, like, literally... fucking the opposite. The sluice, I don't know. Just cheat. An appealing option at this point. be honest. Oh no, I did it all perfectly, every single time. What do you mean, what's that weird text on your screen? You didn't see that? Let me just, suspiciously alt-tab and turn off the program. Look, the text is gone. Do a jump? No, I'm feeling a bit tired right now, actually. Just gonna end stream for the day, you know? ADS? I wish I could ADS so I could shoot my little man in the fucking face. If he's dead, we don't have to play the game anymore. Nearly there. I'm nearly free for today. Another week of not having this shit on the schedule. Nearly there. TOS, streamer just wanted to admit to assassinating a king. He's not a king yet. As far as I'm aware. You think he'd be doing this himself if he was a king? He'd just send some measly peasant to go and do it, to deal with his own, it would deal with his own shit. He's got needless crap to do. Isn't he the king of jump? Are you watching the same fucking gameplay as me? Clearly he's not. Game's just like Dark Souls, there's not enough creepy laughing. Not enough characters ending their dialogue with creepy laughter. It's actually the core redeeming, the core factor of Dark Souls. They all have to end their dialogue with like for no reason. After they say like a completely normal sentence. But oh, you can find the mage over there. He's called Merlin. Okay. Calm the fuck down, mister. Go to the mage, you want to buy shit off him? He's like, oh hi, I'm Merlin. You want to buy some stuff? Here you go. It's like, what's going on? I bought some spells off you. Huh? That's every Dark Souls character. What was that laugh? That's the Dark Souls characters, mate. Should be immediately recognizable. You're surprised no company has made another Skylanders type game? I still, to this day, do not know what Skylanders is. I know amiibos? No, I've never heard of them, most. Oh. I'm not being serious. Yes, I know what an amiibo is. We've had conversations about amiibos before, me and you. A game based entirely around that. They can't do it, Nintendo copyrighted them. Not allowed to make amiibos anymore. That would probably make a lot of money though, yeah? So what you're telling me is they made a pseudo gacha for children. Physical gacha for kids. It's not a gacha because you know what you're getting. Yeah, I'm aware. You never supported amiibos? You think they're scummy? They kind of are, yeah. Dude, that must have sucked so much as a parent to be like... Kid wants to buy all of these fucking models all the time, constantly. Oh my god. Fucking end me. Oh yeah, there you go, cool. Hey, we did it! That's me for today. I'm gonna go take a brief little break, and then it's time to switch over to Power World for 3 hours. So I am gonna take a brief little break here, and then I will be back with some Power World. If you want more of this game, what's wrong with you? I'll see you in a bit.